So this time we will learn about while loops in Python. Last time we already covered for loops, and over there we have covered continue and break keyword also. So continue and break keyword we can use also in while loop. But first let's see the syntax of while loop. So like for loop, for while loop, after the while keyword you have to give it a condition. So whenever this condition is true, this while loop will keep on running, and inside that you have do something. So like you can write your own logic over there. So let's see this in action. So I'll put I equals to 0, and then while I is less than 7, I'll do print the value of I, and I'll increment the value of I by 1. So this plus equals to is nothing but I equals to I plus 1. So at every iteration of this loop, the value of I will keep incrementing by 1. So if I run this, you can see that from 0, 1 to up to 6, the values has been printed. So after 6, when I became 7, through this increment operation, this condition was not true anymore. That's why this while loop has done its job and it has exited. Now while loops are fundamentally different from for loops, because while loops will keep on running until there is a break condition. So for us in the previous example, the break condition was this, I less than 7, but there is another way to write the break condition using the keyword break. So let's see. So we have same thing as before, we have I equals to 0 while true. So this time instead of having a proper condition, we are just enforcing it to be true. So while true, so this condition will always stay true, and this while loop will keep on running. So let's see what is the difference now. So if I run this program, you can see that the counter keeps incrementing forever. So this will not stop until you do kill the process. So to kill the process, you can do Ctrl C, or you can just kill the terminal itself. So I'll just do Ctrl C to break out of this loop and exit the program. So with the keyword interrupt, we have exited this properly. So this is why while loops are very dangerous sometimes if not written properly, because they can introduce an infinite loop. So how not to keep it infinite? So let's see the break keyword. So over here I'll do if I equals to 8, then break. So whenever the value of I reaches 7, it will print, then after 7 it will increment to 8, and whenever this if statement is true, so I equals 8, this break keyword will break the execution out of this while loop. So let's see the print messages. As you can see, from 0 up to 7 the print messages are over here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When this if statement, so when 8 was encountered, the loop was broken. Now let's do a simple exercise. We have a list which we don't know how long the list is. So we have a, let's say, really long list, and what we are tasked with, we want to get each element of the list starting from the last to the beginning of the list, and while we do that, we also want to end up with the empty list after reading all the elements of the list. So let's see how we can do this with while loop. I'm just writing a small list. You can assume this is a very long list, okay? And I'll just introduce a print statement over here. So yeah, you can do something like this, while length of my list is greater than 0. So while this list is not empty, basically item is equal to mylist.pop. So what pop does, if you recall, if no index has been given to pop, it will return the last element and it will remove it from the list. So this actually serves our purpose, and what it returns is the item itself. So first it will return 9 and remove 9 from my list. After that it will return 8 and remove 8 from my list, and so on. So if we just do print that item, and after this while loop has executed, we can also see if my list is empty or not. So let's run this. As you can see that pop and clear list. So first we got 9, 8, 7 and up to 2, 1, 0. So all the elements have been returned by this pop and removed from the list. Why removed? Because we can see that my list is empty right now. So this is one way to use a while loop. Thank you, that's all. In the next video, we will do some exercise on whatever we have learned up until now.